Periodontics, or gum disease, is a specialty in dentistry, and at Miami Designer Smiles, since we like to offer our patients a complete set of services, we do like to offer a very thorough periodontal program. Our patients oftentimes can come to us even though they may not have had the best of care for a long time, or maybe they were just at their dentist 6 months ago. Since our approach is always putting the patient first and educating the patient, we use photography and x-rays, and we use large screens so that we're able to explain to the patient what it is that is going on in their mouth. In addition to this, we offer salivary diagnostics, which helps the patient see what's happening to them from a bacterial point of view. Not everybody needs salivary diagnostics, but if your gums are swollen or if they're bleeding when you brush them or floss them, it may be appropriate to have that conversation with us when you come to the office. It's very important that a patient also share with us their family history or genetic background when it comes to their parents or grandparents' gum health and bone health. Many people have a parent or grandparent who ended up losing their teeth, and that may be a concern of theirs. It is very important, the younger the better, for us to be able to click into a patient and be able to start educating them from an early stage on how to take care of their teeth. There are many techniques, electric toothbrushes, water pick, that if done properly and effectively with good training, the patient can have their teeth for a lifetime. In patients who have not had the early intervention and the early education, sometimes they can have a breakdown of their gums or teeth. When the bacteria accumulates, you can get swelling of the gums, which is called gingivitis. Gingivitis is a reversible condition, and gingivitis is something that is very common. Teenagers many times will have gingivitis, especially during orthodontic treatment. But generally, if the patient gets good instruction and good professional care, this can be reversed because there's no damage to the bone. In the next stage, you might have mild periodontal disease, and in periodontal disease, that is when you start having loss of bone. Unfortunately, bone does not come back, and even though there are procedures to try and graft and get bone back, it never goes back to 100% to what the patient used to have. Once the patient starts to get recession or bone loss, the gum starts going down the root of the tooth and exposing parts of the tooth that were never intended to be exposed to the mouth. This leaves the person vulnerable for food catching. It can leave them vulnerable to also developing cavities, and this can of course progress to the next level, which is moderate periodontal disease, and finally severe periodontal disease. Periodontal disease is a disease that is multifactorial, so there's a genetic component, but there's also a bacterial component, and there's even a bite force component, meaning if we don't have a good bite, and as neuromuscular dentists, that's one of the things that we oftentimes talk about with a patient, we might be developing recession in an area. And oftentimes, a dental professional might say to the patient, you're brushing too hard, or you might be using a toothbrush that's way too hard and you're causing your own recession. And although these are things that we're taught in dental school, you know what? There's actually other reasons that we can have recession. We can also have recession if the bite forces are excessive on certain teeth or an off angle. And as we grind, clench, and wear our teeth in an improper bite, we could be developing recession. Sometimes patients think that recession is only a loss of gum, but in actuality, loss of gum is following bone. So it's actually a loss of bone problem, not only a loss of gum. And that's one of the misconceptions in dentistry that doesn't quite get conveyed to a patient. And once again, I think that's why it's important that a patient have not only a dental x-ray, but also photography. Photography is something that allows the patient to understand in a simple way things that are happening for them. Education is key, so empowering a patient to be able to improve their dental conditions.